What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Here is my review for the new horror film titled Countdown. Now, this had a pretty cool premise. It is about a killer app who, of course, this is the app, this is an app where you download it and it'll pretty much tell you when you're supposed to die and all. Which there's actually an actual site of that too, by the way, which is kind of creepy if you think of it. But anyway, I thought the premise sounded cool when it was first announced. But then the trailer got released, and I was like, oh boy, this doesn't look good. But I decided to watch it anyway because I'm a horror guy, and who knows, maybe I would have actually enjoyed it. So I saw Countdown, and this movie is a steaming pile of poo. It's terrible. It is horrible. There's some okay scares in it, I will admit, but they're all done by terrible jump scares. And there are some pretty creative kills in this too. And the weird premise is pretty much the way you die is whoever you love who ended up dying before you, that who ends up pretty much killing you. So yeah, it's kind of like a demon that takes over the person who ended up dying, and that pretty much takes it down. And so it stars this actress named Elizabeth Lail, who was on Once Upon a Time, and she plays this newly registered nurse, named Quinn, who's also dealing with dealing with this a patient who also is a psych ward, and he ends up pretty much he's in a psych ward because he ended up almost he ended up getting killed from a drunk driving accident, which I don't get. And he's in a psych ward because he's letting a lot of people believe that there's an app that ended up causing it. So yeah, I mean you can't be in a psych ward for drunk driving. I mean you should just be in jail for drunk driving, not a psych ward. But anyway, and so what does the nurse do? She ends up downloading it after, and she even said that the app sounded stupid. So why she downloaded it is anyone's guess there. But then when she ended up downloading it, it ends up telling her that she has only a couple of days to live and all. So she has to try to find a way to really take stop the curse before the app ends up killing her. And she's also dealing with other stuff in her life, her this fellow doctor who I guess you could say is her boss in a way, paid by Pierre Facinelli, who has a habit of playing a dick, by the way. But he pretty much is Harvey Weinstein her, pretty much harassing her and stuff like that. That I'm not gonna lie, I literally wanted to punch that dude in the face. But anyway, and she's also dealing. Her mother also ended up passing away, so she also ends up pretty much dealing with her young sister, played by Talitha Bateman, who I thought was pretty solid in this. And and she's also dealing with her dad as well, who's her single dad, and also yeah, I gotta say the acting was not so great. Yeah, it did not have great acting. But Elizabeth Blair, I kind of want to see more of her because it was mainly the script that she had to deal with. I think she could be a pretty decent actress, so I'm curious to see what she could do. I think Talitha Bateman was probably. I think Bateman will probably be the it's probably the better actress out of all the cast members in this. To be honest, I thought she actually gave a really solid performance. Then there was this other guy that Quinn ends up meeting, who ends up there's this other guy that Quinn ends up meeting, who also is dealing with the same issue. So they end up teaming up to pretty much stop the curse from happening. And this has an interesting, a weird cast. I mean, a few other people in this. You've got Tom Segura, who I actually thought was a scene stealer in his parts. You had Big Little Lies dude, PJ Byrne. He played this priest. I thought PJ Byrne was actually pretty decent. You had Tashina Arnold was in this. She plays a nurse here. I thought it was pretty cool seeing Tashina Arnold in a horror film like this. You had the dude from the Mill who plays like the oldest son. He was also in this. So we had some interesting cast members. And I should mention Ernie from George Lopez. He's also in this too. He plays like a priest as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean this movie, like lots of people in this does dumb stuff. I mean, if you guys know that there's an app that probably predicts your death and it's actually killing people, why the living would you even download it? What, like that is, I mean, people in this do like some really dumb stuff, and you really don't care much for the characters. I mean, this movie does very bad shit. Like this film does like a terrible job at really letting you care for them and all. So yeah. And I mean, I kind of wanted to like it because it had a cool premise, but bad executions. I mean, it's kind of funny because Tom Segura was talking, like his character in this was talking about the app and was saying that it's a good premise, bad executions. That's what I get from the movie. It's a good premise, but the execution was not so good. I mean, like the movie could have probably been a surprise film, but too much light. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, I mean, it could have been decent, but yeah, the movie just felt flat. Like there wasn't even hardly any great scares in this. Like the demon stuff. I mean, the demon stuff had been played out so many times. I mean, yeah, this film was kind of like a rip off of Final Destination and The Ring. It's like I've seen stuff, stuff that happens in the movie. I literally seen like this. Yeah, this literally felt like a Final Destination and Ring rip off. But yeah, sad to say, I can't really recommend it. I mean, I'll say just stay home and just watch horror movies on AMC. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, let me lead you guys. Did you have a chance to check out Countdown? If so, did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movie signing off.